Well, it's going to be fascinating to see how, talked about offense versus defense, but Turk Telekom Ankara, who are second in the competition in both 2-point and 3-point shooting this season, they're going up against a Buducnost squad whose strength really is shutting down opponents. They restrict their opponents to the lowest 2-point and 3-point percentages in the competition. They're also number 3 in blocks. They're also number 1 in rebounds and offensive rebounds as well. Number 2 in defensive rebounds. So it's pretty obvious how Buducnost will look to win. So how will their rebounding go without Kaba? How will their inside game offensively go without Kaba? And how will they contain Tyreek Jones, who's been a very effective rebounder for Ankara, without Kaba? All the questions for Buducnost have to be followed by those 2 words, without Kaba. That's the question. Well, we've seen it before. A star man goes down, everybody has to step up. And that's what Vlada Jovanovic, I'm sure, will have said to his players. Don't worry about who's not here. This is an opportunity for you guys to really step up and get some good playing time. But Turk Telekom, I'm sure when they found out that Alpha Kaba wasn't playing, that was almost a celebration on the plane, I suspect, coming in. But you've got to deal with him, Marko Jagodic-Kurica. The likes of Alexa Ilic, the Montenegrin, Aaron White on the bench, another very, very good front court player. You expect to see some of him, as well as the skipper, Swad Shajovic. He's on the bench as well. There's a lot of players can fill the void. Offense versus defense. Let's see how it plays out. Underway at the Maratsa Sports Centre then. Buducnost, the home side, in the predominantly blue against Turk Telekom Ankara, who are in predominantly white tonight. Turk Telekom 6-2, Buducnost 5-3, both heading for the postseason. But the alley-oop immediately from Boutte. And there's a quick strike from Nathan Sestina. Well, Buducnost's defense is so strong when it was opened up there. Popovic. So many of the top Montenegrin players playing for Buducnost. He will go for a 3 that is offline, and that will be collected by Ridvan Onchel. But then he has his pocket picked. Good work from Ilic. Now, what can they do with the second chance here? Bell Haynes flips it over to Reynolds. Reynolds is a pretty decent 3-point shooter as well. Can't get any kind of shot away there, though, so it goes back to Bell Haynes, who tries to float one in. And there is a whistle there as Jagodic-Kurica had a little nudge. Well, it's going to be so important to see what Jagodic-Kurica can do in the paint. And earlier, they managed to get a wonderful matchup one-on-one there against Bell Haynes. Oh, hello! Hello! That's a big triple sunk effortlessly by Cameron Reynolds. I told you he was a decent 3-point shooter, Reynolds. I think he must have heard me. That's sent inside. And Tyreek Jones taking on Alexa Ilic. And drawing the foul. Ilic with the rueful smile. Very experienced player, Alexa Ilic. This is his 5th Euro Cup, all with Buducnost. Been with them since 2015, part of that 2018-19 Euro League squad as well. Just played a handful of games that season, as Jones looks to tack on the and one, which he does with a minimum of fuss. Let's see what the response is then from Buducnost. Bell Haynes to Jagodic-Kurica, who is sent forward. Popovic trying to get away from Grant. Quiet start from Grant, but we're seeing him on the defensive end, and he almost created a turnover there. Not quite, and now it has broken down as Jagodic-Kurica couldn't find an outlet. That's really good defensive work from Grant. That's a good job done by Ilic, but it'll go back here to Jones. Can Ilic keep him at bay? Spin, spin, twist, spin, and they want a call, and they're not getting it. Well, really patient work there from Tyreek Jones. I mean, Ilic couldn't have defended that much better. Here's Belhanes, 7-3. Belhanes with the pass. Ilic driving through, getting in just ahead of Jones. Well, it's not going to be one man that matches up with Jones. Ilic doing his bit, Jagodic, Kuric doing his bit as well. Maybe the tag team tandem can work. Jones with the foul. So a chance for Ilic to tack on the and one. That's well short. It ends up with Nathan Sestina, who says, where's Jerry and Grant? Everything flows through him. They haven't needed him through the first 2.5 minutes. On the offensive end, that's not the pass that Tyreek Jones was looking for. Yeah. Well, you make a mistake, you put your hand up. Ilic sticking a hand out, but saying it did not brush the fingertips. Jagodic Kuric finds Popovic. Jagodic Kuric thought about the shot. Sestina made him think otherwise. So back it goes to Popovic. Popovic floats one. Perfect. Strings it. Nice as you like in his 6th Euro Cup. All with Buducnost. Joined them in 2016. What a real core, as I say, of local Montenegrin players. You just get the sense don't really want to play anywhere else. This is the team. There's a jumper from range. You can't drop it in much better than that. Axel Boutet, the Frenchman, opening his account. Had that wonderful assist earlier. Popovic with the bounce pass to Ilic. That'll get sent out to Belhanes. Back it goes. Jagodic Kuric thought about it. Again got closed down by Sestina. And Sestina swats that rebound away as well. Boutet to Grant. Back to Boutet. Boutet thought about the pass outside to Onchel. Thought otherwise, and they said, well, we're going to keep feeding Tyreek Jones. Jones is going to be such a presence in the paint tonight for Turk Telekom. You can see that already, particularly on the offensive end. That's where they don't match up well against him, Buducnost. It's a pass gunned out for Reynolds. And Reynolds knocks another one down. Well, they're not great three-point shooters, Buducnost. 15th in the competition, but he's one of the better ones. He's proved that. Belhanes will get called for that one. Probably won't have too many complaints. Talking about Jones and his presence in the paint. He's had 3 trips already as Onchel is sent flying. He's converted all of them, tacked on the and one. Boutet just drove, missed it. Missed it. That's a let-off for Buducnost. Ilic picked that up, and that's what they're doing it in transition. Jagodic Kuric says thank you very much. Tyreek Jones stranded at the other end, couldn't get back to help. Onchel. Buducnost a point to the good now. Grant with the bounce pass. Guess who driving through? That's going to be Reynolds. Jones is going to draw an awful lot of fouls tonight, you suspect. So let's see what his free throw game's like. Ilic will check out for the young Bosnian centre, Kenan Kamenjaš. Played quite a bit in the first couple of rounds. Kenan Kamenjaš has had just 12 minutes since, because Alpha Kaba has been gobbling up so much playing time. But can he match up with Jones? Well, there's nothing anybody can do to keep Jones quiet when he's standing at the foul line. He stays perfect through these first 4.5 minutes. 3 out of 3. And 2 for 2 from the line. I hope I haven't jinxed him. I haven't. Tyreek could be having one of those nights. He's got a high of 15 this season. 9 already. Less than 5 minutes on the clock here. Haynes will find Reynolds. Reynolds will take this inside, looked it off, and then just got his angle all wrong. And who got that? Took a touch off a complaining Tyreek Jones. Popovich. Grant snapped it off him. And Grant will help himself to some steals. In the top 10 in steals this season. There's a shot that goes awry that's collected by Kameniash. They need him tonight. Physically, he's the only player that does match up with Jones. That's a nice execution, but in and out. But Kameniash has collected that. Jagodic-Kuridze with the miss, but Kameniash gives them a second chance, and then there is a whistle that will go against Ridvan Onchel. Taste of the Euro Cup with Barchesa here a couple of seasons ago. Looks a tough old call out, doesn't it? Clattered into Keenan Kameniash. Timeout. 13-12, Turk Telekom with the lead.
A city this crazy about basketball, but a state-of-the-art arena will host the 2023 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four for the first time ever. 2 days, 4 games, countless fans, a lifetime experience. Are you gonna miss it?
Yeah, you probably don't want to be trying to get your tickets on January the 18th because they'll be gone. I mean, Kaunas is a fantastic location for the Final Four. Tickets on sale January the 17th. Don't wait until the 18th is my advice. Well, will one of these two teams be playing in the Euro League next season? That's the reward for the Euro Cup winner. Neither of these two teams particularly successful down the years. Turk Telekom have won the Turkish Cup and the Presidential Cup a couple of times, whereas Buducnost did win the ABA Championship, which was a huge achievement in the 2017-18 season. That booked them a place in the Euro League, where they did not let themselves down. Now then, Haynes with the feed. Is there another one? Oh, look at Cameron Reynolds tonight. Wow. 3 for 3 for Reynolds from beyond the arc. The one-time Tulane graduate, showing that he's got plenty of range tonight. Sestina, well, he hasn't quite got the range. That's knocked out, and it came off Erkan Yilmaz. Reynolds has been a lethal weapon from distance tonight, hasn't he? Drobniak, Jagodic-Kuridze. That's a nice pass. Is there a finish? No, there's not from Kameniash. That's a missed opportunity. Pass down the line from Grant. Just found Yilmaz in a corner, and that's Tony Taylor not getting past Haynes, but it's a second foul against the one-time Skyliner. And we're going to see Alexander Lazic come in, another very defensively minded player. And here's Phil Booth to freshen up the backcourt for Buducnost. Erden with the offload. Taylor draws a crowd, has to send it back to Sestina. That's a pass. Somehow pulled in by Yilmaz, but Yilmaz can't get a shot away. Taylor can, and Taylor won't go. Well defended, Buducnost. Not the shot Taylor would have wanted to take there. Had no choice with the clock ticking. Reynolds will draw the foul from Yilmaz. Sestina's turn to take a breather here. Drobniak thought about it for a moment there. That's a nice pass threaded through, and a nice take as well from Kenan Kamenias. Well, he's going to get some minutes tonight by necessity, having not played much since round 2. And he did miss an earlier one, but they're playing aggressive here, Buducnost, as they have to. Drobniak will get picked up for that. 22-year-old, another one of the Montenegrin players here. Thought we might have seen Aaron White tonight, but he is a scratch as well. While the big miss is Cabot, White being out doesn't help them. He's off to a slow start, certainly in terms of his shooting, but has dished out 3 assists already, Grant, and finally opens his account with a free throw. But he's the man that pulls the strings, Jerry and Grant. One-time Milan player, one-time NBA veteran as well, close to 300 games there. Turnover time, here comes Tony Taylor, will take it all the way, then he'll stop and send it back and get a travel call against him. And again, just well defended, get bodies in front. So a turnover one end, a mistake at the other. Booth did a very, very nice job there just to hold his ground. Edinatic, another Bosnian, will come in. Reynolds checks out. Pretty good shift from Reynolds. You always do get this tremendous support. No EuroLeague team like coming here. Those years ago, Real Madrid, Cesca, both fell. In that EuroLeague campaign, it's a very, very tough place to come and get a result. Booth trying to drive through, gets double teamed. Taylor hits the deck. Will pick up a foul for his pains. As I say, Buducnost traditionally very, very strong at home, but with a couple of defeats. The Hamburg one right at the start of the campaign was a bit of an eyebrow raiser. And they lost to Paris, who've been so good on the road. Here's Booth, the one-time Villanova man. He was playing in Ostend in Belgium last season. In and out, collected by Yilmaz. 2.5 to play first quarter, and Turk Telekom restricted to 14 points through nearly 8 minutes. Buducnost will be very, very happy with that output defensively. There'll be a whistle there as Drobniak tried to hold down Taylor. And he was certainly caught on the way through. Semi Erden, EuroLeague veteran with a number of teams, Partizan, Fenerbahce, amongst others. Veteran, thought he'd get away with a sneaky offensive foul. Good luck with that. Back it goes to Booth. Booth threads it out to Atic. Atic, corner 3. Boom. It's gone. I tell you, their three-point shooting is on fire tonight. This is very, very encouraging. 4 out of 5 converted now. They're not usually that kind of level. Yilmaz sent it outside. Taylor's got a wing 3 and can't miss. And Turk Telekom needed that. Drobniak. Have any other options available to him. That's a nice pick up there. Done really well there as Kamenias. It just wouldn't work out. Atic couldn't repay the compliment. They wanted a call there that they're not getting. Now Turk Telekom will look to bring it away. Yilmaz creates a bit of space. That's an easy deposit for big number 9, the 36-year-old Semi Erden. Veteran of 160 EuroLeague games and a Euro Cup debutant at 36. Booth will take it on. That That won't help the stat sheet. But they've been very good from beyond the arc. That's a nice outlet pass down the sideline. Lovely. Oh, on shell. How creative was that? Erden didn't fancy a three. On shell will get it back. And he won't work it through. Just about looked after themselves in the paint there. Makes a difference when Tyreek Jones is on the bench for Turk Telekom, doesn't it? Suddenly they don't get everything their own way in the paint. Now, can Buducnost have the last word here of this first quarter? Yes, they can! How about that from Drobniak? They left him on his own. And he said, well, we've been knocking down threes throughout this first quarter. Here's another one for you. 5 triples for Buducnost in that first 10 minutes. 3 of them from Cameron Reynolds. Some very, very strong defense, intelligent, all-round effort. And even with that Alpha Kappa, they've given themselves a healthy platform here at the end of the first quarter. It's Buducnost VOLI Podgorica 24, Turk Telekom Ankara 19. First quarter unfolded like this. Jerry and Grant pulling all the strings. Axel Boutte with the alley-oop. Nathan Sestina says thank you very much. But Buducnost started to hit back with Cameron Reynolds leading the charge. Not once. We'll see more of him later on. Here's a man who was making some a nuisance of himself in the paint. Tyreek Jones. Very, very strong offensive effort from him in that first shift. Nice pass there to feed Alexa Ilic from Taybell Haynes in the backcourt. He's had a good shift as well. Popovic floats one. Taylor, wing 3. Never in doubt. But look at the three-point shooting here for the home side. 5 out of 7 converts to a 71% shooting. Three-point stuff for Turk Telekom not working at the moment. The 2-point stuff is working for them, mainly thanks to Tyreek Jones, who had that very impressive first shift. So it's kind of one of those first quarters where I think both teams will think, yeah, that kind of played out pretty much the way we wanted it to play out. There certainly won't be any alarm or panic in this group. That is for sure. Then Chan will know, of course, that just because Alpha Kappa is not dressed today for Buducnost, that doesn't mean they get a free pass. Not happening. Well, the man who finished the first quarter strongly gets his hands on the ball, but Drobniak can't get a shot away this time, so it'll go to Popovic, and he'll hang one up there, and Atic will draw the foul from Erden as well. That's nicely played. Lovely alley-oop, terrific execution. The old veteran stretch in there, wasn't he? Had no play on that. He picks up a second foul. I think he was hugely pleased with the call. But it'll mean Alexa Ilic can show us what he can do from the stripe now. Missed his first one. Now misses his second. It's a bonus. Get the second prize. Here's Drobniak. That's gone outside. Nice pass from Popovic, and Ilic might struggle from the stripe, but he's not going to struggle from that range. Alexa Ilic. And the job done. And the lead opens up to 9 now. Defensively, they're still really doing a nice job of containing. Grant telegraphed his pass. Drobniak got a hand in there to knock it away from Erden. And then Popovic came and finished up. That's ambitious. But it still drops. No. No. Yeah. Ilic knows. Boutte will come back in. Multiple changes. Couldn't have done much better there, could he, really? Yeah, you're not getting that one. Never mind, Alexa. Here's Jerian Grant. And here's Tony Taylor. So Telekom looking to eat into this 9-point deficit here. Grant being bracketed. Boutte's free. Corner three doesn't go. Lovely pick up that from Sestina. Will this go? No, that won't go either. We'll get a third bite at it. Sestina says, well, I'll have that one as well. So the Grant miss. Sestina, a good three-point shooter, proves it right there. Strings it at the third attempt. Well, he deserved that, having picked up 2 rebounds on the offensive end, Nathan Sestina. And that play was all about him. 2 offensive rebounds, capped by a triple. And they needed that as well. Turk Telekom reduces it back down to 6. Drobniak. Jones to deal with. Drobniak takes it on. Boutte collects the rebound. Grant will bring it away. Taylor will take on a 3. Oh, that is working in transition right there. Grant finds Taylor. Taylor finds nothing but nylon. And suddenly, back-to-back triples. And Ankara's offense has suddenly caught fire. And that's enough of Vlada Jovanovic. He wants to put this fire out. Tell you the tempo of this offense when that gets going. That's a weapon. Look at that. They were 9 points up. Now it's a one-possession game.
Pick up the ball. This is the same story from the last game. We are small. We are small. The long shot, the long rebound. Don't expect the ball under the basket. Jebe mu mater.
Na ovoj strani sad, da idemo sa oba 2 igrača, ali to pomoć na njega, ne odlične faul.
Dobro, slušajmo ovako.
Hoćeš da igram jedna na jedan s Grantom ili Green?
Odigraj Green ko što si odigrao. Samo nemoj rano da odete u Green. Da on odi i nemoj mnogo rano. Hej, dobro. 2, 3, 4 ovdje, 5. Hey, make advantage. Listen now. Hey, this. If you didn't pass to him, you pass to him, take a shot. If you don't have a shot, give me the handoff with you. Hey, listen, if you didn't receive the ball, I'll hit you. One more screen.
Yeah, that was quite a clinic Vlada Jovanovic, the Buducnost coach, was putting on there in that timeout. Here's Trey Bell-Haynes. Reynolds thinks better of taking the shot on, leaves it for Popovic. That gets through to Lazic. Lazic is jammed up on the baseline and can't get a pass away. An easy pick off for Sestina, who seems to be popping up all over the place at the moment. Taylor slams the brakes on, but comes up short. Oh, read it beautifully. Boutte there, just attacking the rebound there. And another offensive rebound goes Turk Telekom's way. Got to get a shot away. Boutte does and drops it. Oh, that's nice. Taylor with the miss, and Boutte reading it perfectly, grabbing that rebound and saying, I got that. Now they've marked it down as a triple to tie it up. 3 triples in a row. What happened to that 9-point deficit? It's just gone. Now, can Buducnost respond here? Popovic will take it on. That's going to be perfectly executed. You can't play it any better than that. Petar Popovic still shooting well from beyond the arc, Buducnost. But they've got to shut down these 3-point shots that Turk Telekom are now finding. The visitors were 1 of 6. Again, another offensive rebound. Axel Boutte will draw an and 1 as well. First it was Sestina with those 2 offensive rebounds in a row. Now Boutte's had back-to-back big offensive rebounds. Gives him another bite at it. Boutte follows up. off his own miss. And he can tie it up again. Bell Haynes with Popovic. Jones tracking him. Nice corner three. Jagodic Kurica with the miss. Corralled by Jones. Now Grant can bring it away. Much more flow about Turk Telekom in this second quarter. Nice pass. Taylor, another pass. And that's swatted away on the back end. Really well played that by Alexa Ilic, just when it looked like Tyreek Jones was going to pull the trigger. Ilic said, Jagodic Kurica has drawn Jones for company. Gets it back to Ilic. Ilic just needed that extra touch to control it. And that contributed to the miss. Jones collects the rebound. There's a pass. Sestina. I tell you, the timing on that was perfect as well. Reynolds just couldn't slam the brakes on. Well, Sestina, Boutte, Jones, all in the front court for Turk Telekom Ankara. And they're all having some fun in this second quarter. Ilic will check out for Kamenyash. Let's see what Nathan Sestina can do from the stripe. 5-point deficit at the end of the first. Became a 9-point deficit early in the second. Now it's a 3-point lead for Turk Telekom Ankara. Some turnaround. And they're doing it with these pot shots. Bell Haynes. Jagodic Kurica will send it back to him. He'll take it on, and that's going to be a little bit short. Sestina taking care of that. Top team in the Euro Cup rebounding, Buducnost, but at the moment Turk Telekom are taking care of things, and Taylor floating up a short range one again in the paint, where they're being very, very efficient tonight, Turk Telekom. And the going is getting pretty tough offensively for Buducnost. Just 7 points in 5 second quarter minutes. I'll be happy to see Tyreek Jones sit down. Bell Haynes. Popovic with the inbound. 5-point lead to the visitors. Reynolds. Has he got another three up his sleeve? No, he goes for the deep 2 jumper and sinks that as well. Cameron Reynolds has been flawless tonight. 4 out of 4 from the field, 11 points. Taylor, the captain, draws a double team. Burke Demir with the offload to Grant. Oh, behind the back, Sestina. Does he go from there? Whoa. Nathan Sestina's on fire tonight, isn't he? Oh, not sure that even touched the nylon. It was so sweet. Demir looking to try and create another turnover there. Jagodic Kurica just did enough to hold him off. Bell Haynes will get it back. Reynolds will take it on. Nothing doing. And it's going to end up with Burke Demir, the one-time Anadolu FS and Dara Shafaka player in the Euro League. Corner 3 coming up, and he's overshot that one, Sestina. Pretty badly, but the way he's been shooting so far in this first half, you can forgive Nathan Sestina that miss. But if the first quarter was going the way Buducnost wanted it to go, this second quarter has been anything but. Very different look and complexion to the game now. Telekom got their offense on track. Popovic Jagodic Kurica, low post, working Demir. Goes back to Popovic. We're going to get a call there. It's Demir once again. Snapping away. Very good experienced player to have on your bench, Berk Demir. Popovic. Jagodic Kurica again working Demir low post. Popovic will take it into the paint and then overshoot it and nothing doing, but it will end up somehow with Kamenyash. And a three coming? No. Belhanes with the miss, but again another bit of good work by Kamenyash. Well, he's making a case for himself here in the absence of Kaba. Chance to show what he can do. Just didn't quite have enough on it. Knocked out. Brilliantly kept alive. Brilliantly kept alive that. Popovic, who was big in keeping it alive. Oh, what a shame. What an anticlimax that was. It was his rescue that created that opportunity. Instead, straight back down the other end they go. Sestina's crowded out. Oh, they defended that well. Got a tag team on Nathan Sestina. Kamenyash again was involved. Here's Reynolds, corner three. That goes. Oh, well, that'll energize the crowd. There was great hustle at one end. They didn't get anything for it. Then they hustled defensively. They got the turnover. Then they came straight back in transition. Knocked down a corner three with Cameron Reynolds. And suddenly, Buducnost back in business. And that was Erdem Can's turn to say, oh, we need to call a timeout here. That was brilliant. Terrific execution in transition from Buducnost.
Crazy close out attack. What the fuck you do? What the fuck you do? Get out! Get out! Tyreek, back in, back, you're for. Unbelievable. Why you don't have the rebound? Why you don't have the rebound? Why? Why in front of you are flying? Have the fucking rebound.
Erdem Can dishing out the home truths. I apologise for anyone who may be offended.
Offense. We play two move, okay? But two move in this way. Tyreek, receive the ball, Jared. Okay. Rıdvan, after you pass Jared, you go immediately to this corner. So, Berk, you are over here, and you pop out here. So, Axel, you will stand it. Jared, Joe, you can pop out. Okay? Let's go.
Well, they'll always make some noise. Right, here's Ridvan Onchel. One-time Galatasaray man. See how Turk Telekom respond to that tongue-lashing. Boutte spins away from trouble and does the job. Kenan Kamenyash there in coverage. Boutte doing just enough. And here's Belhanes, 4-point game. Good game as well, this. Really enjoyable. Kamenyash looking to set the screen, can't do it. Reynolds already has 4, thought about a 5th. Kamenyash, Jones has got him and forces the turnover straight to Jerian Grant. Onchel thought about it, thought better of it. Oh, he's overcooked it badly there, Tyreek Jones. A heavy landing as well. There's a foul on the back end from Demir, and hopefully Jones is okay. He was thinking highlight reels, wasn't he? Not him. Tyreek Jones thought, I got myself the big highlight reel one-handed throwdown. Well, his emotions got the better of him. I think it was his feelings that were more hurt than his backside there as he landed. That's a let-off for Buducnost. Belhanes gets it through. Jagodic Kurica feeds Kamenyash, and he's done it again. Really solid shift that he's putting in here. Buducnost message is no one player is going to fill the Alpha Cabo void. Kameniash, Jagodic, Kurica, Ilic, between them are doing a pretty good job. Drobniak will spell Popovic. 2-point game here, 1:19 to go in a first half that has flown by. Dished out assists for fun in the win against London, 32. And they were rewriting team and individual records all over the place in that wild one. Oh, they left him too much space. Oh, but Taylor doesn't punish them, but the offensive rebound again. That's Jones on the floor, and we'll get a jump ball for that. Going to be a bit of a concern, these offensive rebounds, though, for Buducnost. Even though they've had more of them, every time they've had an offensive rebound, Turk Telekom, they've had some points out of it. Kameniash has led the way today on the offensive rebounding front, picking up 4 of them. Well, it's the two big fellas, and it's Jones who wins it. Taylor. Is he going to go for it? He is. Won't go. Jones, yet another offensive rebound. Surprisingly, it's only their 6th. It seems like they've been doing it all in this quarter, and perfectly finished by Grant. A little fade away there. Grant has very quietly dished out 7 assists in this first half as well. So he's exceeded his season average inside the first half. Timeout here, 4-point game.
Imamo 2 faula, cela četvrtina, we have 2 fouls to give. Jebe mu mater mu, jebe mu piče. Dobro. 5 motion. Doesn't matter who will be on the ball. Znači, idemo ovako. Go 5. Samo sekund. 3. Gigi or you, doesn't matter who will be. Hand off and go here. Go here. Give me this, you can make a screen on your man. Go on the rim. Ba. Go on the rim, don't make a foul if you have a time. We have plenty of time, 24 seconds. Allow him just 40 seconds.
They attack us, use fouls.
Looked a good game on paper, didn't it? Offense against defense. And even with Alpha Kappa missing, there were still plenty of subplots. It's lived up to its billing this first half. Buducnost held the edge at the midway point. Unless there's an explosion here in the last few seconds of this second quarter, it's going to be Turk Telekom taking the lead into the locker room. But Trey Bell-Haynes will feed Drobniak. Reynolds involved. Drobniak driving through, comes up short, well defended again by Grant, who ends up with it as well. And it's Turk Telekom who've got a chance to just stretch this 4-point lead. They'll slow it all down. They won't want to give Buducnost anything on the back end of this possession. Taylor, get it back. Grant will roll it out, and that's a bit too ambitious. That turned into a bar of soap for Burke Demir. But I don't think there's going to be enough time for a Buducnost response. Hoisted up by Bell-Haynes, and barely got past the halfway line. So that wraps up the first half then. And a very entertaining first half it has been. At the midway point, we're looking at that scoreline. Buducnost VOLI Podgorica 38, Turk Telekom Ankara 42.
Cameron Reynolds, player of the Buducnost VOLI. Mr. Reynolds, your opinion about the first half and expectation about the second?
We play well offensively, but we got to stop them from getting offensive rebounds. Jones is hurting us on the offensive glass, so we got to take care of that. And that's the recipe for the first half.
Thank you so much and good luck. Nathan Sestina, player of Turk Telekom. Your opinion about the first half and expectation about the second?
We just got to come out aggressive, follow the game plan, stick to what coach is talking about, go in at halftime, regroup, come back out strong.
Thank you so much and good luck.
A snap reaction there from both camps. A very even first half in so many ways. Reynolds, with his three-point shooting tonight, has been electrifying, and Sestina has put in a pretty good shift as well. 10 points, 5 rebounds, a couple on the offensive end, and a PIR of 14 to Reynolds' Cameron Reynolds has been knocking down three-pointers for fun. He's had 4 of them in this first half. Tyreek Jones has been a nuisance in the paint. And a couple of offensive rebounds, and very, very effective with his shooting as well. But, the platoon of front court players for Buducnost has been effective as well. That was Ilic. Popovic then comes up, floats one in. Taylor, wing 3, couldn't miss. Off the Yilmaz dish. And what about that? From Ilic. Popovic with the alley-oop. Drew the foul as well. Taylor loves these wing 3s, doesn't he? And Boutte. Oh, he fancied one as well. And helped himself to one. And then Popovic. Didn't really have anything on. Managed to create the separation to knock down a triple of his own. Both teams shooting well from beyond the arc tonight. And then Sestina on the inside, where they've really had some fun tonight, Turk Telekom. But they're matching them well. Lovely move there from Belhain, sent it out, corner 3. That was Cameron Reynolds in transition. Lovely passing again. Finished off by Keenan Kamanyash, who had a very solid first half as well, and the numbers looking like this. The shooting percentage is pretty good for Buducnost, apart from the 2-point shooting, which could be better. The 3-point shooting could be better for Turk Telekom. And 11 to 10 assists. Rebounds have leveled up as well. And not much to choose between them, according to the stat sheet, and everything to play for. Second half. Going to work early there is big Andre Baldwin. Andre Baldwin isn't going to miss those. The veteran Czech having a very, very solid first half here. Baldwin's free, and Baldwin's got some range. Yeah, Baldwin knocks that down pretty easily. He's just worked it and worked it and worked it. I mean, Baldwin is turning this game on its head single-handedly. He can't miss. He can't miss, can he? Bling his all-time PIR of 34. That is some shift.
Nikolic, defended by Farrell. Amadeo Della Valle misses, and a flying rebound from Mike Cobbins. Where did he come from? For a 2-point Brescia lead. A rare miss from Della Valle.
Good hands to tip that one away. Marcusi's got it out. Golbiowski's going to try again, falling away from the basket. That never had a shot. Another two-handed outlet. What a pass! What a finish! Jordan McRae. You won't see a better end-to-end less than that.
Again, another turnover, sloppy pass. Now, what do we have here? Clements goes up, and over, gets rejected. Well, Gulliman, yeah, Cavaliers insurance policy.
Now Decker back onto the court. Nice pass down the lane. Pass to no one in the end, though. Now, Ankara Telekom, look out below. Tyreek Jones, the recipient of that alley-oop from Taylor in the open court. He didn't need to ask twice.
Walker, a little running shot, doesn't go. Oh, lovely little move on the back end and a throw down of the hoop. Begalan with the highlight play.
Veron Bassas will handle the ball and come off the screen. Khalifa Diop, and he'll try dunk that basketball. And dunking Diop in the face of Buducnost. Take that.
Now, stolen, taken away. Brown, the run out behind the back pass to Cacho. Look out! What a play in the open court. Behind the back. Down the lane.
Wow, Yellow, he turns around and he accidentally smashes into Palmer. Well, that won't have gone down well with James Palmer. Poorly. Put that in the highlights reel. Nunez. Up it goes, alley-oop. Exceptional stuff. Gets into the key, back out. Space for De Nicolau, levels the game! With 6.2, they've gone quick. They've gone quick. Busquets, all the way, kicked out for the win! Oh! Henry Ellenson on the butter! Hits a 3 to win the game! Incredible finish! Wow! Henry Ellison take a bow! With the 3 on the buzzer!
Head coach of Buducnost VOLI. Very tough first half. What is your expectation? What will be the key in the second?
For sure, to be better in defensive box out.
Thank you so much and good luck. Can, head coach of Turk Telekom. Your opinion about the first half and expectation about the second?
We just need to give less offensive rebound to our opponents, secure our boards, and defensively to be more aggressive.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Second half about to get underway then, here at the Maratsa. And it's Buducnost trailing Turk Telekom here as we approach the midway point of the regular season. Round 9, but it's all to play for second half. Let's see what the second half brings then. As Cameron Taylor gets us underway. That is Trey Bell-Haynes. Pulling the strings in the backcourt for Buducnost. Popovic has been very effective today as well. He's equalled his career high in assists already with 5 in that first half. Bell-Haynes looking to take it on, runs into Onshell. Just had nowhere to go. Alexa Ilic was surrounded. No way through. Onshell. Once Barcheza here. Find Axel Boutte. 4-point lead here still. Going for the first points of this third quarter. Will they come here? Boutte working away and creating the space for himself, taking the easy one. He moves up to 12 points. And the lead becomes 6. Reynolds. That won't go to send it to Popovic instead. Kurica. He's got Sestina for company. Low post. Kurica will have to send it back. Popovic will push the 3. Won't go. Jones collects. And Turk Telekom defending strongly at the start of this second half. It's Buducnost of the defensive team. Popovic a little bit too much there on Jerian Grant. Such a clever, experienced player, Grant. Anyone who's been to Notre Dame has to be clever. That's a given. Anyone who's playing 300 NBA games knows what they're doing as well. Jerian Grant ticks both those boxes. Sestina sends it back outside. Grant takes the 3 on and not quite enough on it. Collected by Ilic. Buducnost hold firm defensively. Well, they'll want to turn this into a defensive battle. Once again, it's Jagodic Kurica. Low post, has to send it back. This time it's Belhanes who will take it on and knock it down. Well, they missed the earlier one with Popovic, an identical play. With a different shooter. And it's Trey Belhanes who strings that one. Here's Onchel, 3-point game again. Zips it out. Grant will take a 3 on. Won't go. It's collected by Ilic. A strong start defensively. Reynolds. Ah, brilliant. Cameron Reynolds with his 5th triple of the night in 6 attempts. Well, that equals his career high with nearly a half of the game still to go. Oh, Reynolds is knocking them down for fun tonight. It was Sestina really physical there. Landing the old knockout blow there on Petar Popovic. I don't think it was Onchel. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Felt that from here. Yeah, Cameron Reynolds seems to be only doing 3-point shooting tonight. Say only. He's shooting absolutely lights out from beyond the arc tonight. Belhanes. Reynolds again. Is this another one? No. Not going to go, but they'll recycle it. Another offensive rebound. Belhanes loses his footing, loses possession. Ilic couldn't help him out. Turk Telekom Ankara will be happy enough with that outcome. And Ridvan Onchel doesn't look too happy. Getting up slowly here. Yeah, he twisted around there. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. Little touch of the left ankle there for Ridvan Onchel. Taylor, tied game, early 3rd quarter. Taylor will look to keep it himself and will draw the foul. Belhanes was looking as if the referee as if saying, "Is that me?" Belhanes had his back to him there. Look. Drobniak getting some coaching. Belhanes turns away in disgust after being credited with his 3rd foul. Tony Taylor says, "All right, time to go to work." Made his Euro Cup debut 8 seasons ago, Tony Taylor, for a team in Poland. he is back again. Meanwhile, here is young Igor Drobniak, who was 14 years old when Taylor was playing his first Euro Cup. Jagodic Gurica. Sestina locked up on him. Jagodic Gurica spending a lot of time in the low post. Too physical there. Got swatted down anyway. But, Joseph Bissang didn't like that push. So it won't go down as a block for Tyreek Jones. It will go down as an offensive foul against Marko Jagodic Gurica. See, both teams are really looking to work at tightening their defences up. So far through the first 3 minutes of this second half, they've both tightened up quite significantly. Taylor keeps possession. Boutte can't get a pass away. Now we'll find Sestina, but that won't go. And Sestina keeps it alive, though, but Grant can't get it. Reynolds can. Defense is staying on top. Reynolds looks for another one. Well, why not? That's 2 in a row he's missed now. To go to a more human-looking 5 of 8 tonight. 5 of 6 was just outstanding, wasn't it? Boutte. Taylor gets it back from Sestina here. 4 minutes gone. Third quarter. Taylor sends it out. Boutte moves it around. Grant finds himself a crease and a little bit of razzle-dazzle. Puts the icing on that particular cake. And Turk Telekom restoring their 4-point lead that they took into this quarter. That'll go against Grant all day long. Almost a steal there. Really fancied it there. Yilmaz nearly got it. Popovic keeps it. Jones to deal with. Gets past him and then ends up being a pass to Jagodic Gurica, and then the clock. And that's foils Buducnost, and that won't show up in the stats. But Tyreek Jones did a really, really good job there. Just closing the door on Petar Popovic. Nowhere to go. They will officially give Jones a block, actually, on that play. So it does show up in the stats. He's certainly shown up in the stats tonight. Reynolds on the bench now, though. The defense is completely on top at the moment. Boutte. That's one way to open up a defense. Boutte knocks down his second triple of the night. And the lead opens up to the biggest of the night for the visitors. 7 points now. As Axel Boutte makes that look easy.
Samo polako, a? Samo? More, tako je, samo sekund. Daj mi 2 kjet, da bude jedno na lopu. Znači, daj mi...
Buducnost, a city this crazy about basketball, but a state-of-the-art arena will host the 2023 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four for the first time ever. 2 days, 4 games, countless fans, a lifetime experience. Are you gonna miss it?
Don't want to be missing the Final Four. Set some kind of alarm. Make sure that you're going for your tickets when sales open. 17th of January is D-Day. Well, let's see what Buducnost can find by way of a response. Drobniak dumps it off. Atic is back in there. And he just kept that in front of Jones, who ranks very high on the steal count. Giving Atic absolutely nowhere to go. Now he's taking Jagodic Kurica on, and no chance of anything happening there. Oh, that was all about Tyreek Jones. No play available there for the veteran Marko Jagodic Kurica. Didn't get a call either. And it's all got a bit quiet at the Maratsa because Turk Telekom have really grabbed this game by the throat here in this third quarter. Yilmaz with the offload to Boutte. Need a stand here, Buducnost. And it will somehow end up with Jones. And that'll go as well. Jones one-on-one with Kamanyash. Takes him into double figures for the night. Now this is a back-breaking run, isn't it? Got to get themselves going here, Buducnost. And Drobniak hit the ignition switch. Jagodic Kurica to Atic. No, Jagodic Kurica will pick up the offensive rebound and bank it in. That is yet another offensive rebound. 12 on the night for Buducnost. And now they needed that. But for all those offensive rebounds, they trail here by 7. Taylor's looking to make it even worse for them, and he doesn't miss those. Tyreek Jones, such a big target in the paint, and here goes Jones again. He's not being used as a workhorse, but when he is being used, he's being very efficiently used. Strong at both ends tonight, Tyreek Jones. Atic can't get away from him. And, we're going to get a call there against Jagodic Kurica. Or is it Kamanyash, actually, off the ball that they picked up? And that's what they're called. Just about, I couldn't see what Jagodic Kurica had done there, but the official could see what Kamanyash was doing. Well, when you need points, and you need points in a hurry, this might be the guy. Cameron Reynolds with his 5 triples on the night comes back in. As Vlada Jovanovic needs to get his offense back, and quickly. Well, while the running repairs go on, confirmation that Turk Telekom Ankara have opened up a very healthy 9-point gap here. Buducnost had a 9-point lead early. That has swung on its head. It's the visitors leading here, 46-55. solid night this for Tyreek Jones. I'm so looking forward to his matchup with Alpha Kaba. That's not happened. They've struggled to keep him quiet. 13 points, 5 rebounds, and a block, and a steal. There's certainly some repair to the corner of the court there. Captain Swad Shevich there on the left. A veteran over 100 Euro Cup games. Hasn't played much this season at all. Right, after all that brushing, we can get back to work. With Tony Taylor looking to make this a double-digit lead on this possession for Turk Telekom Ankara. Jerian Grant trying to get away from Booth. Taylor drills it. Jones, effortless. That equals his season high. And as it's his first Euro Cup campaign, it equals a career high as well for Tyreek Jones. Phil Booth. Jagadic Gurija gets away from Grant and then sends it back, and Taylor's there almost to pick it off, and then there's going to be a call against Jones. And a real mismatch physically with Trey Bell-Haynes. Just threw himself into that, didn't he, the little fella? Little fella, of course, is all relative. A lot of people are little standing next to that fella. Bell-Haynes with the inbound. And Buducnost really need to rediscover their offense. Just 8 points here in this third quarter. And the clock's ticking again. Bell-Haynes will have to take it himself, and it won't go. And that gets collected by Erkan Yilmaz, and back come Turk Telekom Ankara, who've really done a shut-down job in this third quarter. Sent outside, Taylor for 3, in and out. Jones can't get it, but it took 4 of them to get it off him. Jagadic Gurija eventually finishing the job. And here's Bell-Haynes inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Buducnost offense missing in action. Can they find it again? This is Booth stepping back and then sending it back, and there's going to be a whistle there on Taylor, I believe. Just clipped Bell-Haynes as he was trying to get through. Turk Telekom known for their offense, but this is quite a defensive display they're putting on in this third quarter. Jones out, Sistina in. Jagadic Gurija find Booth. Can they find some offense? Booth looks to take it all the way, and this goes. Really stuck to it well there. Grant. Almost lost out there as Booth thought he had himself a steal. And instead, some block there. I tell you, we've seen his three-point shooting tonight, but Cameron Reynolds showing his defensive qualities there, and that is such a shame. That is such a shame. Booth lost his footing. Steps out of bounds. Well, they were getting ready to get excited. And it wasn't going to happen. They were getting excited because of that Cameron Reynolds block. It was in vain. Sistina. I tell you, that might be Booth again, getting involved for all the wrong reasons again. He'll take the foul. Grant made sure everybody saw him. Demir. Sestina is closed down. Clock's ticking. He's going to have to move pretty quickly here, Sestina. And can't do it. Well defended. Eventually Ilic picks it up. Booth for three. Had to go and does. Again, Buducnost, their transition offense, absolutely on it there. And they've cut the gap to 6. Going to get a call against Booth here again, which certainly Vlada Jovanovic didn't agree with. He's in the middle of everything at the moment, isn't he, Phil Booth? So Grant can see if he can go to work from the stripe. Ooh, he didn't like that at the moment. It left the fingertips. Well, he's at the wrong end as well to be facing all the noise, but Grant effortless there. Going to have to do it without Alpha Kappa tonight, Buducnost. So Boran Goulet will check in for Turk Telekom. One of the younger players in the backcourt for the Turk Telekom Ankara squad. Facing the other number 2 here, Trey Bell-Haynes. Last few seconds of the quarter here. 7-point game. Reynolds sends it back. Bell-Haynes for 3, knocks it down. Now that is exactly what they needed. A couple of big triples. Now can they make a quick stand here as well? Grant loses the handle. They may do more than that. No, they'll take that though. Well, they struggled through much of that third quarter, but they came alive when they had to. And Buducnost to pull themselves to within 4 points with 10 minutes to play. Really good game, this one. 10 minutes to go. It's Buducnost VOLI Podgorica 54, Turk Telekom Ankara 58. Well, for so much of that third quarter, Turk Telekom Ankara were in control, but then the Podgorica squad got themselves together right at the back end. There's Nathan Sestina taking care of the alley-oop from Axel Boutte. Trey Bell-Haynes was busy. There's the dish to Alexa Ilic. Boutte with the offload. Grant sending it over. And Tyreek Jones, such a handful in the paint. Cameron Reynolds has been knocking down triples for fun all night long. Career night for him, or equaling a career night. 5 triples for Cameron Reynolds, which is why they're shooting at 42% from beyond the arc. Their 2-point shooting has not really clicked. And just look at what Turk Telekom have done with their 2-point shooting against the team that allows the lowest 2-point shooting against them in the competition. And it's not just the Tyreek Jones effect, although he's been very effective with 6 out of 8. And very efficient Axel Boutte also has been strong in that category. But the big number that matters is 4, and that is the difference between the two teams. They've both had pretty healthy leads. Buducnost led by 9, Turk Telekom Ankara led by 11. But it's back down to 4 again, and it's all to play for in the final 10 minutes. Oh, they're going to be celebrating in 10 minutes of game time. Erkan Yilmaz to get this fourth quarter underway, and Tony Taylor will look to spark this next offensive wave here for Turk Telekom. Can Buducnost get their defense going? Well, that's going to have to be picked up. Yilmaz will send him back, and driving through, and nicely done. Well, exactly textbook, but as long as it drops, that's the only thing that really matters. As Axel Boutte converts another 2-pointer, 5 out of 6 for him tonight. Bell Haynes back out to Booth. It's flipped over to Lazic. Lazic back out. Uncontested triple coming, but it won't go. Bell Haynes would love to have that one back. It's nice from Yilmaz. The pass finds Jones, who will repay the favour, and Yilmaz will then send it further out. And Boutte, can he get the shot off? He can, but the offensive rebound is gobbled up, and this will be Jerian Grant taking it on and draining it. That was Yilmaz picking up the offensive board, and Jerian Grant saying, "Thank you very much, big fella, I'll take that." Taylor it was, excuse me, not Grant. And here's Taylor again. 13-point night for Tony Taylor. Could there be more to come? Reynolds with the contact. A frustrating night for Alexander Lazic. Every time he gets on, he seems to get yanked again. Yilmaz finds Taylor with the inbound. So Telekom looking for a double-digit lead again. That'll be Jagodic Gurica all night long. Popovic checks back in for Booth. So Vlada Jovanovic freshens up his backcourt here. And Erkan Yilmaz waits patiently. Taylor certainly pulling the strings with Grant on the bench. Sestina knocked down. Ilic knocking that down, but he's pulled it back in and it'll drop as well. Whew, that is some hustle. Some hustle. And again, good defensive work. All ends up in vain. Ilic blocking him there, but somehow Sestina grabbing it again. Jerian Grant going up. Just to make sure that dropped. But that's Nathan Sestina's all the way. And he tacks on the and one with a minimum of fuss. There's nothing he can do except watch. And that's the biggest lead of the night, 12 points. Buducnost needing a response, but their offense is really struggling to get any kind of consistent pressure. Bell Haynes takes what's available, slam the brakes on, creates the separation. Taylor. Boutte hangs it up for Yilmaz. Yilmaz low post has got Bell Haynes. Taylor to Boutte. Boutte will take it on and knock it down. You could see that one coming. Everybody could see it coming. Axel Boutte knocks down his third triple of the night. That takes him to 20 points. So he could be on course for a career night tonight as well. The very experienced Frenchman in his 5th Euro Cup. That was really well worked. Lovely little look off there from Taylor. And this lead is getting uncomfortably large now. 13 points.
Speed up a little bit, guys. Hey.
Well, it's not out of their grasp yet, Buducnost, but it's getting close. (13 points with 7:20 to go. Not a good position for Buducnost to be in. Jagadic Kurica will take a triple on, and that won't go. Butay will pick it up, and here's Taylor. Buducnost defense struggling pretty badly now. Sestina. Jones flips it through to Yilmaz, but that's going to break down. Yilmaz not too thrilled at the call. The offensive foul goes against him. That's a break for the home side. Here's Trey Bell-Haynes. Picked up some minutes tonight, he and Cameron Reynolds. Here is Reynolds again. Here is Popovic. Oh, it opened up for him nicely, and they're going to let that one stand. Yes, they are. Just a fraction late there, Sestina. Not by much. Butay. 11 points the deficit. Sestina with a lovely check off unjust. Takes it as Buducnost collectively turned into statues there. That allows Sestina just to take that through. 15 points for him to go with the 20 he got in the last round against London. And they just exploded offensively. Here's Bell-Haynes to Reynolds. Back it goes. Bell-Haynes takes on a triple that has to go, and it won't, but the putback is there from Alexa Ilic, the clean-up man. Buducnost just trying to stay in touch, trying to find some defense, create some turnovers. Butay floats it in and out. We've got a whistle there. Reynolds and Jones out of coming together. And that's not good news for the home side. Their top scorer moves on to foul number 4. Reynolds with 17 points tonight. Nobody else in double figures. Onshell back to Jones. Sestina further back to Ridvan Onshell. Onshell ends up losing out. Good hustle there from Trey Bell-Haynes, who ends up with it here. He's looking to go coast to coast, and does. Floats it. That's enough for Erdem Chan. Didn't like what he saw there one little bit. Buducnost trimmed the gap. Back down to 9 points. They did it off a turnover as well. And then Bell-Haynes, who created the turnover, goes coast to coast. Erdem Chan says, time for me to just have a little conversation.
Keep blackout. We are good with blackout. I want to play on chest with Jaren right now. So you bring the ball, okay? So screen, hey, you fly. Axel goes, we play on chest. Read, be aggressive, okay? Defensively, blackout goes on. Don't let them run. Okay, secure the rebound. Eyes out attack. Same stuff. Same stuff, guys. Let's go. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Telekom. Telekom. Down in corners, guys. Down in corners.
Well, that's all too much. Some of these younger fans can't bear to watch. That's not over yet. Far from it. He knows it. This is not game done. But they are coming from a long way back here, Buducnost. But from 13 points adrift, they've cut the deficit. Can they create another turnover here as Ridvan Onshell looks to spark the next Ankara possession? Grant is back involved. with Taylor on the bench, and that's a nice feed. And then Jones loses the handle, but there is a call. I think it's Ilic, or was it Jagodic Kuric that they've called? Yeah, it's the double barrel man. Gets his name called. Well, sometimes these big fellas don't like being this far away from the rim, but Tyreek Jones looks like he's got a bit of range. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. And he'll tell me to shut up now. And that is officially a season and career high for Tyreek Jones, 16 points. The lead back up to 10. Monshell bringing the hustle, a little bit too much hustle. Grant gets the assist on that previous bucket, incidentally, for Turk Telekom. That takes him to 8. He's improved his stats. Popovic. Bell Haynes. Jagodic Kuric has to pull this down. Bell Haynes looks for another one of those floaters. That won't go, but he will go to the line. He's put in a very, very impressive shift tonight, Trey Bell Haynes. And all the starters have picked up plenty of minutes tonight for Buducnost. The Reynolds, Bell Haynes, Ilic, Jagodic Kuric and Popovic group have been the go-to guys. Haven't seen much of Keenan Kamanyash in this second half after his 6-rebound haul in the first half, which shattered all his previous season records. Monshell. Turk Telekom just looking to drain the life out of this last 4.5 minutes if they can. Boutte's the man to take it on, and he sinks in. Once again, Axel Boutte left with too much space. That's 4 triples for him, and that's 23 points for him, and that's a career high in his 5th Euro Cup. And what a shot with which to bring that up. Popovic gets it back out. Jagodic Kuric didn't fancy that one bit. Finds Bell Haynes. Bell Haynes nowhere to go. Read by Grant, knocked out of bounds. Grant, incidentally, with a 9th assist on that shot from Boutte. So he's close to equaling his career high of 10. Season high as well. It's his first Euro Cup campaign after spending last year with Milan in the Euro League. With 4 minutes to play and an 11-point deficit, Buducnost really need to get their offense on track. Sestina will take the foul there. Well, don't forget, it's all builders' offense versus defense. No, too short. Too short from Reynolds, and Buducnost have been holding opponents to 72 points this season. Here, Turk Telekom have surpassed that with more than 4 to go. And they've shot well tonight, Turk Telekom. And that is against the best defense in the league. At restricting opponents to low percentages, both 2 points and 3 points. Boutte has been a huge, huge part of that. 26 points now for him. Oh, this is just ridiculous. A PIR of 30 as well. 14 points the difference then. As we take a look at our 7 days magic moment. Now this is it, Jerry and Grant. Boutte hangs it up there. Nathan Sestina says thank you very much. That was right at the start of the game as well. They set the tone for their offense early. Nothing Buducnost could do about that. And that's really been the story of the game. The offense has worked very efficiently tonight for Turk Telekom Ankara against such a strong defensive group as well. And that's our 7 days magic moment. Axel Boutte is the man that's leading the way. Currently, it's a career high in his 5th Euro Cup for points and PIR. And 3-point shots in a game as well. He has 5. So it's been the Axel Boutte show here, particularly in this second half. 14 points needed, 3.5 minutes to find those 14 points. Lazic hangs it up there, and it just was begging to be knocked down, and Erkan Yilmaz obliged. Now the turnovers really hurting them when it matters here, Buducnost. Here's Boutte again, he gets a double team. Taylor will thread it into the corner for Yilmaz. Yilmaz will try the fadeaway and comes up with an air ball and an easy pickup for Ilic. Belhames. Jagodic Kurica again thinks about it, decides not to bother. Lazic will take it on and rims out. Jones will collect another rebound. That takes him up to 6 for the night. So Boutte and Jones both with career highs in points. Boutte with a career high PIR as well. It's been a pretty good night. Is there more to come? Not quite. Worth making the point that Telekom Ankara, their average is conceding 79 points a game. Buducnost are going to do well to get anywhere near that tonight. Jagodic Kurica, nothing doing for him. He's going to end up with that. Well, it wasn't Jones, it was Yilmaz. Well, barring a complete collapse in the last 2 minutes, Turk Telekom are going to stay perfect on their travels. Nope. It comes back somehow to Taylor. How many offensive rebounds have we seen in this game? I think they're both in the double figures now. Taylor takes it on. Nope. Well, Haynes will bring it away. They won't be celebrating too much in the stands as Alexa Ilic throws that one down. Takes him into double figures for the night as well. Worked so hard tonight, Trey Belhames. 6 assists, 12 points. And a steal. And it looks like it's all going to be in vain. Unless there's a big development in the last 80 seconds and counting. Can't see that happening somehow. Here's Taylor. Yeah, they're just, this is the experience. Just drain the clock, drain the life out of the game. Most of these fans have admitted to the inevitable here as Popovic commits the foul, but Taylor just teased out of it. Lazic, in fact, excuse me. Popovic was in the vicinity as well. Taylor knew he was going to get something out of one of them. Taylor's not going to get anywhere near his season high at 28 points against Gran Canaria in that overtime defeat. Excuse me, that was Buducnost had the overtime defeat, but it was still a loss against Granca in round 7. At home, one of only 2 defeats. They had that surprise one against Hamburg right at the start of the campaign, and only Gran Canaria have got the better of them since. We're into the final minute of this one. Buducnost, who are so proud of their record historically in this gym, going to drop to 2 and 3 in their own backyard. It's Turk Telekom, who are 10-1 domestically, remember, having just beaten Fenerbahce just 10 days ago. They're on the brink of going 7-2 here. Definitely one of the teams to watch at the midway point. Sestina looks for the corner three, and that goes as well. I tell you, they have shot so efficiently tonight, particularly from beyond the arc. Remember, Buducnost, the best team in the league at keeping 2- and 3-point shooting down. Popovic, yep, that'll go. That's just nothing more than a consolation, though. And that's the stat that will jump out, how efficiently they've shot tonight. They are number 2 in the competition for 2-point shooting, number 2 for 3-point shooting. And they won't have done those stats any harm tonight at all, Turk Telekom Ankara. Jerian Grant is happy just to play this one out. And that is the end of that. How clinical and efficient on the road was that from Turk Telekom Ankara? Yes, Buducnost missed Alpha Kappa, of course they did. You can't take a player of that stature out of a lineup and expect it not to be a difference maker, but Turk Telekom Ankara did their homework, did the business, and after a slow start, just turned the screw tighter and tighter and tighter. And it's finished like this. Buducnost VOLI Podgorica 71, Turk Telekom Ankara 84. Very quietly impressive tonight, Turk Telekom. And if they're not on your radar as a possible Euro Cup winner this season, they should be. They've got all the tools.
Second half, of course, we didn't have a good energy. First of all, with a small rotation, without the cover, without the size, with the 2 guys who came before 2 days before with from injury, it's a big problem against such a good team like Turk Telekom is. Thank you.
An honest assessment from Vlada Jovanovic, not his night. Well, Axel Boutet will get star billing for this one, and rightly so. His PIR actually dropped, but I don't think he'll care too much.
I think, it was a tough place to play here. I think it was tough in the first half, the beginning, and then we stick with our principle, we play our game, and it went good for us. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, what a difference maker tonight. 26 points, that's a career high. 5 triples, that's a career high. And a PIR that finished at 28. It was at 30 at one point. 7 rebounds and an assist. Some night in his 5th Euro Cup campaign. And the very experienced Axel Boutet. A bit of everything from him tonight. So, Turk Telekom really are the road warriors, aren't they? As we look at Boutet's numbers, there's the confirmation. Look at the shooting percentages as well, 55 and 62% against a team that doesn't give you too many easy shots. But he shredded Buducnost defense tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're going to the top 16. You're going to the pole position.
First of all, we look step by step, game by game, and then we will see where we can go. Right now, we played against a big basketball culture, so we are very proud that we fought till the end. As I said in the beginning, the game was going to be very tough. Tough opponent, tough basketball culture, so we are very happy to win.
What was the key?
Fight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Doing quite a job in his first season as a head coach, isn't he, Erdem Can, the long-time Fenerbahce assistant who spent last season with the Utah Jazz as part of their organisation. But he looks like he could be a big league operator, this 42-year-old. Went to 5 Final Fours in his time with Fenerbahce, won 4 Turkish titles and 3 cups. And could he be taking Turk Telekom Ankara to a Euro Cup final? Look at those percentages, 58 and 43%. Against this vaunted Buducnost defence. That's hugely impressive. Assists and rebounds, blocks, turnovers, they weren't the story, but they shot really well. They defended very efficiently and got themselves a good road win. And how Buducnost missed Alpha Kappa. So they'll go into the turnaround with a 7-2 record. Gran Canaria can join them on 7-2 if they win their round 9 game as well. What we can say pretty much for certain is we'll be seeing Turk Telekom Ankara in the postseason, and there's a very good chance they will be one of the highest seeded teams. Buducnost, they'll have a little look over their shoulder, but they should be okay, especially when they get Kappa back. One last look at the highlights from tonight. Jerry and Grant had a good night. This is how it all started. Set the tone, didn't it, really? Sestina taking that assist from Boutte. It was his only assist of the night. It was a good one. Grant had plenty of assists and they couldn't deal with Tyreek Jones inside. Cameron Reynolds had a lot of success from beyond the arc, equaling his career high with 5. Trey Bell-Harris Haynes worked so hard there with the feed to Reynolds. Boutte, well, nobody's going to cover me. I'll take one. One of those nights for the Frenchman. Big block there. Buducnost didn't count for anything. Boutte again, given the space, made him pay. Haynes hung it up there for Alexa Ilic, but it was all in vain. Tonight belonged to Turk Telekom Ankara. On the road, 4-0, still perfect, and top of the table.
Seven Days Euro Cup in association with